Kushe Kabo. Thank you for where you they watch my video. My name is Aruna. I can't talk about my country salon when I'm Sierra Leone. My name is Aruna Kalon. I come from Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is in West Africa. I am a first-year PhD student here at the School of Education. I'm doing educational policy studies. Sierra Leone's capital is called Freetown, and it's a very interesting name because the name was gotten from, it's connected to the history of slavery and abolition of slavery. So it was this port where freed slaves were resettled. So this is how it became to be known as Freetown, meaning the home of the free slave. We have very many languages, more than 14 languages, which are local languages. Of course, English is the language of instruction, it's the official language, but then we have several different languages. But the most common or the most widely spoken ones are Mende, which I belong to, Timne, which is one of the largest, and Limba, Creole, Fula. And those are some of the most widely spoken languages. And Creole is actually the most widely spoken language, although Creole make up like 10.5% of the population, but then there's about 97% of the population speak Creole, which is a very strategic language in the country. So it's the lingua franca in Sierra Leone. So in Creole, for example, we say Kushe Kabo Audibody, which is Creole, and it means hello, hi, how are you? Oh, so Sierra Leone, like many other parts of the world, celebrates Christmas, which is perhaps the biggest, and we also celebrate because Islam and Christianity are two of the biggest religions in the country. So we also celebrate the Eids, which is called Eid Fitri, Eid Adha, which is a Muslim festivity, Muslim celebration at the end of the month of Ramadan. And then we also, another big holiday is Easter. So those are the biggest holidays that are celebrated in the country. Oh, there are a lot, but then I would say some of the most exciting activities are, we have very beautiful beaches. We have very beautiful and clean sandy beaches, so a lot of people actually love to go to the beaches, just sunbathe. You can go to the beach, play soccer, that's one thing. And then we also have a very beautiful tourist attraction, which is called the Takugama Sanctuary. This is actually a place where we have over 100 chimpanzees which are in a protected area. So a lot of people normally want to go and see that. So it's a group of chimpanzees protected there, so we have that too. So those are, I think, fun. There's so many other things, but those I think are really exciting things people do. Ooh, now so we have what we call cassava leaves. Just generally in Sierra Leone, we just say cassava leaves, but it's actually a vegetable, like a green vegetable from cassava itself. So it's actually the leaves. So it's ground and then made into a stew. So cassava leaf stew. You can find it here in the US, but you will never get the same taste or the same quality, right? So I really miss that. It's most popular in the country. The first thing I would say, I think the people, especially in my own personal experience. So since I came to the US, that is one thing that I really like. People, especially when you meet people in their own personal spaces, the interaction, how much people are willing to help you out, so that is one thing I really like. And then I also like the seasons, it's strange, but then I like it. But we have these 4 seasons, we have to be moving between one and the other. And then I like summer, because that's what looks closest to where I come from. Yeah, there are a lot. So that will tell you. So I consider this a fun fact. So Sierra Leone used to be referred to as the Athens of West Africa. This is because So we have the oldest university in all of sub-Saharan Africa. A lot of people may not know this, but that's true. There are only 2 other universities in Africa older than Furobe College, where I went to, because it was established in 1827 by the CMS, the Church Missionary Society. So that is one thing. And the reason it was called in those days the Athens of West Africa, because it's actually where many people around the continent actually came to have university education. So it was at that time where everybody, it was the go-to place for education, higher education. So it was called the Athens of West Africa. And also another fun fact is religion. There's so much religious tolerance in the country, which I really like. For example, I am Muslim, my wife could be Christian. Nobody asks any question about that. Then also, for example, how we do our elections. If our president is a Muslim, the vice president has to be Christian. Or the other way around, that every single time. So if a party fields a candidate, if that candidate happens to be Christian, his running mate definitely has to be Muslim. So that's also fun. For me, I think that's a very good thing.
Thank you so much, Aruna.
You're most welcome.